it's Ashley, a scrapping nerd, and I'm back today with a fun layout. I am using my How to Kill a Kit with Style kit, and so I pulled out the Vicky Bouton Where to Next collection. There's some ephemera bits, and then the paper and some other paper that I got from a Vicky Bouton paper pad from Joann's when they were closing the sale, and that basic gray Wonder collection I found, and I just love basic gray. I just love them. And I pulled in some thickers from Happy Life, as well as some Distress Oxide in Candied Apple. And I apologize again for the lighting. As you can see, I am doing this layout in a hotel room, and so the lighting wasn't the greatest, and so there's a little bit of a glare, and so I do apologize for that. So I wanted to start with this ledger. It's like a red ledger paper maybe, or like a plaid, I'm not really sure, graph paper, that's the word. And I wanted to make a really large flag design in the middle of the layout. I wanted to try to mix a lot of patterns together in this layout, and so I thought this kind of would read as a neutral because I have that really busy background paper that looks like strips of different kinds of paper designs, and that one came from the paper pad itself. And so I thought that this graph paper would kind of tone down that busyness a little bit. But in the end, as usual, I put so much on the layout you can't really see the background anyway. But normally I fold my pieces in half and then cut at a diagonal to make the fishtail part of the banner. But because this piece was larger, I found the center of the page, and then I drew a line from the corner to the center line, and then I just cut along the line, and then used that piece that I cut to make sure that the other side matched. And that worked really well to just create that fishtail part. And then I pulled in the Candied Apple, and I will ink the edges of it. Again, it's just ways to differentiate it from the busy background paper. But today I am scrapbooking a picture with my husband and I. We were on like a tour bus. It's a hop-on tour bus in New York. And so I'm scrapbooking that picture, and it's just a selfie. And I pulled in one of the postcards that I purchased while we were in New York also. I like to purchase postcards to put in my scrapbooks, and so I will be using that on this page as well. And so this green, again, is just another layer that I wanted to put in the background, and I even used that Candied Apple to ink the edges of that as well. I didn't ink everything, but a few choice items I inked. Just usually it's the ones that were touching that busy background to separate them from that. And so you can see the postcard there is a black and white postcard, but it's cute because the like a jumbotron, it says New York on it, and it's in red, and it's the only thing that is in red in the postcard. And so I am pulling in little pops of red on this page anyway, and so I thought that this postcard was perfect for this. Plus, we are in Times Square in the photo, and then that postcard is of Times Square. So I got all of that figured out, and then I wanted to map my photos with this, also from the paper pad. It's like a newspaper background, and you're not really gonna see it, which is good because it kind of goes in all directions, and so it almost looks like I put it upside down on my photo mat, because the one you can really see is upside down writing, but then if you look to the top of the photo mat, it's correct. So it's definitely, again, just an eclectic layout that I did here. And so I just wanted to have instead of just an all white photo mat, just more of a white color to help, again, just tone down that background paper. I love busy. You know that I'm a more is more girl, and so anything I can pile on a layout, I just love. But sometimes when papers are so busy, they're hard to use, and so when that happens, I try to just layer on a bunch of what I would consider more neutral patterns or solid colors, just to tone that down, even though I still love it. But because I'm a more is more girl, if I use a busy paper and then I do what I normally do, then it would be too much. And so I try to adjust my craziness to match a busy background paper. But I pulled in some of that basic gray collection, the Wonder collection, and they have these like washi bordered, well, they're not washi because it's not sticky, but these border strips. And so I'm going to put that on the top and bottom of the green piece of paper. In the end, you'll see that. But I then pulled in the Vicky Bouton paper that had like these buildings, and I fussy cut the buildings out, and I wanted to put them down at the bottom. The basic gray has these cute little vehicles, and one of them looks like the double-decker bus that were on this one here. So I wanted to put that down there, and I thought, well, let's create like a little scene down there. And then this little car I thought would be perfect. And it says on there, it has like the names of big cities, and it does say New York on it. And so I wanted to put that up there with the postcard part, and I was just pulling in some of these chipboard elements, some arrows up between the photos. I wanted to put a tag over here again, just to bring in some more of that that red color and get that around the layout. And so again, like I said, I'm in this hotel, and so I removed my phone, and then when I put my phone back, I put it up there backwards. So I did not change the orientation of my layout, and you will see in the photo at the end, but because I changed the orientation of my phone when I was recording, it looks like I flipped the layout, but I didn't. And so I apologize for that. This was the first video I made while I was on my work trip, and so I had to get used to the new setup, and I didn't do so well. But I was just going through and I put "this is really awesome" in the top corner, and then some other little memories and stuff. But it's just a cute, fun layout. Thank you to everyone that's liked and subscribed to my channel. I really appreciate it, and I hope that you all have a great day. Bye.